Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to illustrate how I was able to fight human waves when I was in Vietnam. And I've told stories on crappy Vietnam War stories and talking about how our group, our company, is about 100 Marines in our company. We were there in 1968. I was there the whole year of 68. And we would fight, our 100 would fight anywhere from 500 to 7,000. And people don't understand how you could live through something like that. Even that is why people, when they come back from combat, it's hard to live with yourself after you've done these things. But what I want to do is try to illustrate how this was done. And we would fight maybe, just average, maybe once a month we would have one of these big fights. In between the big ones, we had small encounters where we would just run up against people. I was up north along the DMZ, so it was, we fought military all the time. And that's why there were so many of them. And but the thing is, we would get small group. We'd run into small groups sometimes in patrols and stuff like that, or they would camping areas, stuff like this. This is where we find them. And so we'd have small encounters, but about once a month we'd have large encounters. And this is what I want to try to illustrate how this all works. Now, okay, this is going to be kind of tricky here. What we have is, like I say, there was many of them. And we would be on top of a hill or mountain. So they're coming up the hill or mountain. As they come up, I would be there. Now, what happens, what people don't realize is, on TV, you sit there and everybody just fights. It doesn't work that way. What they'll do is they'll come from all directions. Some will come at you, and then you'll make contact, or you just knock them to the side and they go on by. Okay? And then some you will go, and then you will make contact with them. And like I say, so they're dead. Now this is what they don't show you in the movies. They're coming up the hill, so they're tired as they're coming up the hill. Now as they come up the hill, they're tired. So I got the advantage on them because of that. So that helps. And it's dark. Most of our combat was done in the dark. And then so then I get another one. Okay, now what's going to happen is the next ones, not only they got to go around all the obstacles, they got to go over the dead bodies, and they're going to come right on by, and maybe they'll make contact with me, maybe they're going to come on down this way. So, you know, I mean, they're just, it's all happening one after another. So combat is once you just bammo, you hit and you make contact, and then you go on. Or, like I say, they come and then you kill them. Now, after that, like I say, now they got to step over the bodies to get to you, so that now you're getting an advantage right there. So if you want to live through something like this, the best thing is to go right on through and don't even make contact. And a lot of them would do like that. They would just come right on through and not even make contact. They just go right on through. And some didn't. And like I say, you always put obstacles up. So then there's things they have to step on, step over, and then dead bodies, trying to step over dead bodies or on dead bodies. It's wobbly, so you've got the advantage. So the more you encounter, the better your chances are to survive. And like I say, they just keep coming, and they keep coming. Smart ones will just run right on by, and then go right on past. So that's how we were able to survive the the encounters. I know on TV you're shooting, you're doing all this stuff. Like I said, this is at night. When you shoot, they will see where the gunfire comes from. So then now they're all going to shoot back at you. So a lot of times we wouldn't shoot. That's where we would use the entrenching tools, shovel. We'd use a machete, hand to hand. Most of it was like that. When there's 100 of you and there's thousands of them, believe me, you don't have enough ammunition. Also, like I say, we were using the M16s, and they wouldn't work well. As I illustrated there, you would beat people with your rifle, and the rifle would break, or it'd be damaged, or something would happen. Remember, these are troops we are fighting, so they've got helmets, they've got gear on, so you got to beat them hard. And the M16s would not survive beating someone to death. So it's really tough. And then you say, well, you put the bayonet on there. Another thing, you see the way this was set up, this is to keep people from coming at you from the side, because you're going to be cold cocked. If you're standing out there in the open, you know, they start coming on all different sides of you. You're not going to make it. You've got to put obstructions up there, so then you don't have people coming and cold cocking you, hitting you off from the side. At first, when you first start doing this, you get tunnel vision. You are looking at certain areas, and you don't see anything outside that area. Now, as you understand what's going on, you're not into shock, and then you're more observant on what's going around you, so it's harder for people to cold cock you. Now remember, when they cold cock you, they're not cold cocking you like punching you. They're cold cocking you like a bayonet on a rifle, and they were using AKs and SKSs, and you see those things are heavy. And so, and like I say, a lot of times they don't see us. They're looking at the ground. They're going over the obstacles. They're stepping on or over the dead bodies. And then bammo, we got them. So that's why you do it like that. We are not moving. Where I'm at is where I'm going to stay. And that's why I set up the three-man militia basically the same way, where we know our area, we can stay in our area, we make safe spots in our area. Because like I say, when you're moving, you're putting yourself in jeopardy. At the same time, a moving target is hard to hit. So that's what I'm saying. As they're coming at us, they just, you know, you'll block their swing or whatever, and they'll just keep on running. They're going to stay there and fight. And really what you're trying to do is when you hit them, you want them to go down when you hit them. And it's the same thing with them. They don't run up and stop and we fight. No, they want to run by and hit us where we go down. And the next guy behind them will go on and stick a bayonet in you or do whatever. And like I say, this would go on all through the night hours. We're talking, you know, maybe 2 in the morning. You'll start 2, maybe 3, maybe 4 in the morning, up until daylight. And so you get a lot of practice in that much time. But anyway, I just thought I would. I've got this way of illustrating. I'm hoping this will make sense to what it is that's reality. Like I say, it doesn't make good movies. That's why you don't see this stuff in movies. And that's why my tactics seem odd to a lot of people. But my tactics is what kept me alive. This is Mike. NoStressMike.com.